What makes millions of people line up outside Apple stores, sometimes days before a new product launches? Why do Apple fans defend the brand with near religious devotion, even when competitors offer cheaper or more advanced features? This isn't just about technology. This is about psychology, identity, and one of the most successful brand strategies in history. This is the story of how Apple created a cult-like following. It starts with Steve Jobs. Apple positioned Jobs not just as a CEO, but as a visionary, a rebel fighting against the corporate machine. Think of the famous 1984 commercial. Apple wasn't selling a computer. They were selling the idea of breaking free, of thinking different. Jobs became a messianic figure, charismatic, uncompromising, and almost mythologized. And that mythology is a powerful ingredient in cult psychology, the leader as an icon. Apple's products were never just tools. They were objects of desire. Minimalism, elegance, and attention to detail turned them into symbols. Every iPhone, every MacBook, even the packaging, designed to feel premium. Like religious relics, Apple devices carried meaning beyond their utility. Owning one wasn't just about functionality, it was a statement of identity. Now think about the launch events, the secrecy, the one more thing, the worldwide queues wrapping around city blocks. These weren't just product launches, they were rituals. Buying the new iPhone wasn't a transaction. It was an initiation into the next chapter of the Apple story. Exclusivity made people feel special. Scarcity made products more desirable. And the act of unboxing became a ritual of belonging. Another cult-like trait, the creation of an in-group and an out-group. Apple leaned hard into this. The Mac versus PC ads, for example, weren't just marketing. They defined Apple users as cool, creative, and forward-thinking. Non-Apple users were portrayed as dull, outdated, or corporate drones. By owning an Apple product, you weren't just choosing a phone or a computer. You were choosing an identity. You were joining the in-group. Apple also built loyalty through its ecosystem. iPhone, MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, AirPods, they all connect seamlessly. The more Apple products you own, the harder it becomes to leave. This isn't just convenience, it's commitment. Like cults that bind members through shared practices, Apple binds customers through an ecosystem that rewards loyalty and punishes defection. And then there's the community. Apple fans don't just buy, they evangelize. Online forums, Reddit groups, YouTube channels, all filled with passionate Apple defenders. Just like cult members recruit new believers, Apple fans often convince friends and family to switch. The brand doesn't even have to do all the marketing. The community does it for them. Of course, cults face backlash. Apple has been criticized for high prices, lack of innovation, and even for anti-consumer practices. But here's the fascinating part. Instead of crumbling, the criticism often makes the community more defensive, more loyal, and more devoted. Doubt from the outside strengthens belief on the inside. That's the psychology of cult behavior, and Apple has mastered it. So how did Apple create a cult-like following? By combining visionary leadership, design that feels sacred, rituals that build identity, an ecosystem that locks people in, and a community that evangelizes the brand. Apple isn't just selling technology, it's selling belonging. And that's why, for millions of people around the world, buying an iPhone isn't just a purchase, it's a belief system. And that's how Apple turned customers into followers